Hello, hello, hello. This is Daniel Lovett out in my garden space. I'm going to show it to you in a moment here. Just came out here to harvest some tomatoes. Look at these buttes. These are super beefsteak. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm looking at my garden. I'm like, oh, it's turned out so well. You know, some of it lacked some watering. I was letting nature do most of the watering here this year because this is out at my folks' house, and since I don't have space in the city, so I wasn't able to water it all that much. And you know, just one little bare spot in the raised bed here. But look at these tomato plants. They're so healthy, so big. I mean, they're just loaded with fruit. Look at this. So much I can't even carry it all in the house. Right now, I need a bucket off of these tomato bushes. And speaking of bushes, look at this. This right here is amaranth. This is wild spinach. Look at this tree of wild spinach. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You can harvest this and freeze it in bags. In fact, the neighbor that lives that direction, they used to do that. They used to gather. Oh, there's my wife bringing a bucket. Yes, I'm making a video of our lovely garden out here and telling them how beautiful these, what people call weeds. Can you believe that, dear? Can you believe that they call these things weeds?
Yes, I can.
Oh, she can. I don't know. All right. So, but here's amaranth. No, wait. This is amaranth. Sorry. This is lamb's quarters. Lamb's quarters, beautiful. Look at those leaves. Look at that.
There you go.
Lamb's quarters. That's wild spinach, folks. This is another variety of wild spinach right here. Look at how tall it is. Well, I don't know if you can see how tall it is, but this is 6 foot. There's 8 foot tall amaranth trees in my garden. This is wild spinach. It's beautiful.
That's something to be proud of, dude.
It's beautiful. I'm so proud of it. There's my wife. She's going away right now. But then, look at this. I'm going to show you some other wild edibles. See, if I find a wild edible in my garden, I don't pick it. I just think it's beautiful. I can't bring myself to pick it. Here is some, this is wood sorrel, also known as oxalis. It's got a lemony, tangy flavor to it. Looks kind of like clover, but it's got the hearts on the leaves, right? There's another. All right, and we also got, this is not actually in my garden, but near my garden. Goldenrod. Oh, how beautiful. What a sweet, sweet plant this is. Goldenrod. I love it. I love it. I've been making tea for the last week because somebody told me this was a cure for, well, at least a treatment of allergies. Allergies brought on in particular by what's been dubbed common ragweed. Oh, how dare they? How dare they call it a common ragweed, even though I'm allergic. That's true. Probably. That's the culprit. But I got to learn about that plant too, and she is named Ambrosia. That's her real name. Well, at least one of them. I'm sure she has a better name, a heavenly name, for what a gift Ambrosia is. I'm not going to call her ragweed anymore. Nope. Gotta respect and honor the plants. I do that. I respect and honor the plants, and I learned later Ambrosia is a highly prized healing plant, medicinal plant of herbalists and Native Americans. It's just beautiful learning about these plants and like how there are aspects of the divine to bless us, to enrich us, and let them fulfill their mission. That's what I say. Like even this, you know, and I have been pulling this from my garden just because I'm like, I don't want my kids to step on prickles, and it's just a hassle even harvesting. But we got bull thistle, right? Oh, and by the way, I use mulch in my garden. Oh, mulch is so good for retaining the moisture, for making a happy little home for all those worms. But yes, bull thistle, all plants of the thistle family are edible. Of course, bull thistle, you have to deal with it. But it's one of the sweetest ones. That's why it has the thorns on there to really protect it. Sow thistle, right here, okay? I'll show you a better example with a flowers. Sow thistle, I have ate plenty of that. I have taken some of this, put it in smoothies. Such a health tonic, blood cleanser. It's great for you. Great for you. It's wonderful. I love it. Of course, that too, since it is, that's another one I have to admit, I've been pulling from my garden just because it really dominated my other garden, and I had to do something about it. But here's another example of the sow thistle. Look at these beautiful flowers. Oh, I just dropped a tomato. Look at these beautiful flowers. They're supporting the bees. Beautiful, beautiful bees. You know, one of these flies. I mean, I'm just like, I've grown in love with the plant life, or animal, insect life. We'll just call them insect life. But like, even mosquitoes have their purpose. Am I saying that I love mosquitoes? Well, I send them love and light whenever they land on me, and I even let them suck my blood. I know that's kind of weird, but I do. I'm like, okay, how about I send you love and light, and whatever your mission from the Father is, I'm sure it's for my good. I just receive the good, and I make peace with you. I make my peace with you, mosquito. Like, what if we could learn to live in harmony with nature, like as exampled for us in the movie Avatar? That's what I'm going for. That's what I want. I want to make peace even with the blazing sun. I worked in 90-degree temperatures yesterday, and I was running. Like a 5K, wheelbarrows full of mulch, at my landscaping job. And in this hot sun, and I'm just like, oh, you know what? We did have a cooler with ice, and I just closed my eyes, pretended I was dipping my hand into a mountain stream in the Rockies and splashing my face and neck and making sure I stayed hydrated and all that. But it was just wonderful. It was wonderful. I had such joy of like endorphins just coursing through my body. Serotonins and natural high. I was high. I was high all day long. It was wonderful. Okay. So what else can I show you in my garden here? This is a wonderful first upload to my channel of my gardening channel. Look at this. I got a whole forest of amaranth. You can collect these seeds and work it into flour. All these leaves, you can, chop them up, put them in gallon-sized bags and fill your freezer with greens. You can add these to salads. You can eat them fresh and raw. I prefer them in soups. They're amazing in soups, like lamb's quarters and soups. Here's some more lamb's quarters. Look at this. Look at this. I'm in a field of wild greens. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Here's some more sow thistle. Anyway, I get so excited about this stuff. This is my passion. This is my passion. This is my calling. I love gardening. I love partnering with nature. I love partnering with the wild herbs that God has given us. Look at this. This is mint right here. I don't know if it's peppermint. Is this No, it's not peppermint, obviously. It's spearmint. The mint families, oh my gosh, they have such beautiful uses as well. See, I look at it as a partnership. You're partnering with these gifts, these beings even, these fractals of the soul of God that we get to partner with and enjoy the blessing. And I'm anxious and just excited to learn more about all that's going on out here. We got a little bit of milkweed. Now, I'm not going to tell you that these are, very edible for humans, but they sure are for caterpillars, and they're a wonderful addition to a flower garden. We raised monarch butterflies from seed. Look at behind me here, this forest of, yes, it's lovely amaranth. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's my last name, by the way. Love it. Daniel Lovett. And here's my rhubarb plant. Love rhubarb. Making some rhubarb pound cake. My wife has the most brilliant recipe. I'd encourage you all, just get a garden as soon as possible. Oh my gosh, look at all these cherry tomatoes, all ripe and ready to go. It's harvest time. Harvest time. I love it. Tomatoes. I got some acorn squash I grew just around the corner. Let's take a look at those. It's a jungle back here, and I love it. Okay, here's the inside of my acorn squash plants. There's an acorn squash. Big guy. I don't know how bigger they're gonna get. They're probably ready for harvest too. Anyways, here's my little boy. He's come to help collect some tomatoes. My other kids, there's Ellie and Emma. And you all get to be part of my video. I'm making a video for my gardening channel.
Now we're the butterfly.
Alright, the butterflies were back there. This is my garden space. I'm gonna develop it. One of my dreams is to build a huge raised bed with like 3-foot wide tin roof sheathing along the side, and just like barricade it in with posts, and then brace it with like a 2x4 or whatever, a runner, you know, to brace it, just to hold it in. And then I want to do hugelkultur. I want to experiment with hugelkultur. So get some logs in there, some even decaying, you know, of various kinds or whatever. I was thinking about even seeding them with mushrooms. That's an idea. I'd have to figure out how to do that, but you can seed that wood in the bottom with hugelkultur. See, what you do is you put in logs into the base of it. You cover it with leaves and brush and, you know, this kind of stuff. Like, you could throw a bunch of this in there in the bottom, right? And then on the top layer, you put, you know, your compost, and you put your dirt, mix in some compost. And then, of course, you can't forget the mulch layer at the top. You can't forget, like, straw. That's one thing I might use, just because for the ease of use. Or, again, you can use this, which is like this, what do you call it? It's wood chip mulch, but this is like all different sizes. It's just really, you know, it's the whole tree. It's not just branches. It's the leaves in there too. You know, it's just a real mixture. Arborist, you know, wood chip mulch is what I think it's called. Okay, so check that out. I think there's even like free sites where you can have somebody deliver that kind of arborist mulch to you. I've heard about that. Something you can look into. But anyway, this is Daniel signing off for now, and until I make another video that's more specific to, like, I'm thinking of making one like 5 mistakes I've made that you can avoid. One is not using mulch, okay, and developing compost. I mean, it should be a crime to throw out anything that you should compost. Composting is a very big deal around our home. I have a worm bin that I use for composting. I also have a round barrel bucket, you know. You gotta just keep the air and the moisture going in those things, and the right ingredients, browns and greens. Look up how to make compost, and so, all right. We will talk to you later. Bye. For now.